So you've decided to back up your files, but backups can be tricky sometimes. Your data keeps growing every day. It's easy to lose track of file management, making it impossible to manually copy files one by one. At the end of the day, you might tell yourself, I'll back it up tomorrow. Introducing C2 Backup, our cloud-based backup solution that comes built in with a number of great features. With just one backup task, you can back up not only your files, but also all of your applications and system configurations on a regular basis. Simply set a daily or event-triggered backup schedule whenever your device is powered on, signed out of, or when the screen is locked. Your data will be protected automatically. With your data security and privacy in mind, we make sure that your data is encrypted at all times, including during transit and in storage. On top of that, the use of incremental backup allows you to save time, storage space, and bandwidth by only backing up modified data. For restoration, C2 Backup provides flexible options by keeping multiple versions of your backups. So when disaster strikes, you can both recover an entire device and download individual files. You can manage all of your devices and important information in one place using the clear and simple dashboard. Ready to get started? We provide two different storage options, 300 GB and 2 TB for your backup plans. Both of these plans come with unlimited devices, making them a great choice for both personal and family use. Unlimited backup without breaking the bank. Get started with C2 Backup.
Do you know how many more minutes? Okay. Okay, come on. Okay, hang on. Let me check my mic. Okay, so I'm fine. All right, so as usual, today I'm going to do a live demonstration on the C2 Backup. There has been quite a few requests based on the postings that we see on the Facebook group. So what I've got done is I'm just going to do a video. Yes, for the past 3 to 4 weeks, we have actually been releasing information on how to do data backup and stuff like that leading up to today's event, and also there'll be a new posting tomorrow on the C2 Backup. All right, so what's going to happen is there's going to be a lot of introduction on the C2, so I want to get you guys to familiarize yourself with it, and also at the same time test with the new 500 GB that's available for 90 days for new users, and I'm just going to show you how it's being done. So what does C2 Backup do is, what does it do is basically it backs up your computer, okay, be it a desktop or a notebook, directly to the cloud storage that's available from Synology. Okay, so for now, it's free for 90 days for 500 GB, okay, for personal account. Not recommended for commercial use, just to try out, get a feel of it, and see how you guys like it or not, and stuff like that. So what I've done is, for the past 1 week, I've actually backed up my whole entire laptop, 187 GB, from my laptop all the way up into the C2 Backup. And in my case, I have chosen the data center at Frankfurt, Germany. Okay, so of course you can purchase additional storage space, if I'm not wrong, up to 200 TVs. Okay, so we'll go through the information later. I'll show you and guide you through on the website, and also what to look out for, what are some of the things that I've noticed, and also to look at the backups that I have. All right, and also I have deleted some files, and I've made sure that the files that I've backed up are still actually inside the storage, so it's always there for me to retrieve it back. Okay, and actually I have also turned on the comment section on this video. Is live. You can actually write, and I'll be able to see it, and I'll be able to answer you if you have any questions. This whole video should take about half an hour. All right, it should be more than that. Right, let me see what we have live on the page itself. Okay, so everything is fine. If I'm not wrong, let me check my stream. Okay, I guess everything should be fine. It's working well. All right, so let me go over to my website, my page that I'm sharing. Okay, so for the C2, basically what happens is it has its own micro lending site. All right, so it's called C2 backup.synology.com, and it basically brings you to the main landing site for C2. And for individuals, what happens is you can choose. Currently, what is available for individuals are C2 password, C2 backup, and C2 storage. Okay, so for the purpose of tonight's video is mainly talking about C2 backup. All right, so it's to back up all your Windows devices to the cloud, and so that you don't lose any files ever again. Okay, so by itself, if you were to click on it, it has its own website. Okay, so you'll go and briefly brief you on what it does. Okay, basically what it does is it can back up your whole entire system and all the softwares that are inside, so you don't lose your licenses. Also your files and folders. If you have any externals, you have to plug it into the PC and run it at the same time. All right, there are a few things that I've noticed that will trigger a stoppage in terms of the backup. It's basically when you put your PC to sleep. Okay, so if you're doing a backup, you've got to make sure the PC don't sleep. But what happens if your PC goes to sleep? If your PC does decide to go to sleep, what's going to happen is it will continue again when it's backed up again. All right. So all these backup are not local. It's all going to go through your internet. So it's going to eat up your internet bandwidth. That's for sure. Okay, 100%. All right. So if you best, just leave it overnight and do it then and there. Okay. Of course, when the Asia data center is up, hopefully before end of the year, then you'll be much nearer to us in Singapore. Okay. So in terms of Singapore context, we have very good connectivity around the whole entire world globally. All right. So I managed to do 187 GB to Germany. Of course, I'm all alone and I have my own internet bandwidth, and I was able to do it pretty fast in less than a couple of days. Okay. So of course, initially my PC went to sleep. So I found out that my PC does go to sleep. Okay. So you got to take note of that. Other than that, of course, interruptions. During the day, I still have emails coming in and I still have to reply emails, and I was still working on my other stuff. So I have noticed that it does slow down. Okay. All right. Right. Okay. So so basically this is what some things that I've noticed. Okay. So, and the next thing is it basically works similar to ABB. All right. For those who have used Active Backup for Business, all right, you'll notice that if you're using this, it's pretty similar, except that you have your own control individually, okay, not as business. Business will be another different story. I'm not covering business today. Today, I'm just more for the end users, you as a user, the public general user. Okay, you are able to also similarly restore back. You can restore back everything, all right? So basically, you can restore back bare metal recovery, okay? So that's what you can do. You can also download single files or single folders. All right. So those are very easy. Now, in terms of backing up, you can manage your policies, which later I will show you. You can choose how flexible you want your retention it to be. You can schedule it, how often you want it to be. All right. So all those are there. Of course, the more backup you do, the more space it's going to occupy. At the same time, do note that the backups are all incremental. So over a period, let's say even on a daily basis, if you only have additional 10 GB of information, it's fine. It's going to be very fast. The backup is going to be very, very fast. You're not going to notice it. On average, a normal user should maybe at most increase less than 100 GB a day if you're going to do daily backups. All right, so take note of that. And of course, being with Synology, all right, there are a few protection that's being done. All right, so there's a private key. So before you do anything, when you're setting up, they will ask you to set up your key. All right, so you have to input in a password, and at the same time, they will also give you a recovery key. Okay, you will definitely have to keep a copy of your recovery key. All right, or else then that's it. Your information is just going to be trapped there forever. All right. So there are two main things: your password, okay, to recover your information, and also your recovery key in case if you lose your password. Okay. I can't stress this enough. There are two things that you need to keep track of, which is your password, okay, to enter to get the information, and your recovery key in case you lose your password. You need the recovery key. It's a very long string of password given by Synology. You can download the whole text, okay, to be able to keep it somewhere safe. All right, and you need to copy and paste it in before you can change your password in case if you were to lose your password. All right, so that's what happens. Now, similarly for encryption, as mentioned on the website, you can see it's end-to-end protected by AES 256. So as usual, your information will be encrypted and then you'll be uploaded to the C2 servers, be it wherever you choose, be it in Seattle in North America or Frankfurt in Germany. And down the road when it's in Asia, all right, then similarly, you will also be protected by AES 256. Okay. Now, in terms of servers, as usual, in the data centers, you will have tons and tons and a lot of Synology running there to back up our information. So don't worry about it. As usual, for this period of time, it's totally free. Okay. It's totally free if you register before the end of 31st December 2021. Okay, you'll be free for 90 days. Okay, so if you want to stretch it, you can register 31st of December 2021. Then you have it for 90 days, so you expire on 30th of March 2022. Okay, so in my case, I already triggered it, so it's already start using, all right, so to speak. Right, so how do you actually go into the C2 dashboard? Okay, so basically what happens is there is a sign in. Okay, so what it's going to do is you're going to use your Synology account. Okay, so you definitely have to have a Synology account. I recommend it to you to have a Synology account. Okay, of course you can also log in using the other stuff. All right, so there are other options available. All right, so for today's purpose, I'm just going to use my own personal Synology account to log in, and so at the same time show you what happens. Okay, now if you want to do it on any computer, because this is personal, so I believe you have the admin rights to your PC or your laptop. All right, so what that means is you must be able to install a client agent. So it's an MSI file for Windows. Okay, so for today's purpose, also similarly, I only cover the topic on Windows because currently right now it only supports Windows OS. Okay, 7, 10, 11, no issue. Okay, don't give me 95, don't give me Windows 95, don't give me Windows XP or Windows 2000 or Windows ME. It's not going to work. Okay, minimally you need Windows 7, 10, and 11. Okay, so these are the three main ones. Anything else like that, please don't ask me, and I'm not going to entertain you for questions. Right, in terms of pricing, similarly, if you like it and you want to purchase more and you want to invest in it, okay, so you can just click on it and then you will come up with a price for you to purchase. Okay, so then you can choose, okay, how you want it to be. All right, currently right now it's 500 GB for $34.99. If you choose North America, that's US dollars, okay, not Singapore dollars, US dollars. Now, if you change it to EU, it's going to be on Frankfurt. It's going to be on 34.99 euros, okay, and it's chargeable directly to your credit card. You're not going to pay any reseller. You're not going to pay any distributors anywhere in the world. You're going to charge it, and it's going to be billed directly from Synology's payment gateway. All right. I would suggest that in our case, depending on whose privacy laws you prefer, whether is it on the Europe side or the North American side, so be it. Okay, you can read through and then just select it and pay based on the currency. Okay, so there's going to be some currency exchange. Just decide yourself. So there's 500 GB and there's 2 TB. Okay, of course, the most value for money will be the 2 TB, which is 99 euros for a year. Okay, that's provided if you need the amount of data. Right, so there's unlimited number of PCs. There's no limitation. Of course, the more the merrier, then they're going to make more money. Okay, and of course, you can do full system backup. You can do incremental backup. Okay, like I mentioned very earlier in the video, backups are all incremental. Okay, and then you can do your customized schedule once a day, weekly, event triggering, or whatsoever. Okay, you can do your bare metal recovery. You can also do your file level recovery, which is based on downloads. Okay, so which I will try to show you and run it through for you. Right, so Windows 7, Windows 10, okay, 11 shouldn't be an issue. Right, if you need an enterprise solution, just contact Synology and then they will get back to you. Okay, so let me move on. Okay, right, so how do we log in? Okay, so let me show it to you. So first here you have to sign in. Okay, so there's a sign in here. So all you're gonna do is just sign in. Okay, so what happens is you're gonna log in either through your Synology account or your Google account or your Apple account if you want to use your Apple ID or your Google ID. All right, so these are the two things that you can play around with. Okay, other than that, let me see what else we have here. Okay. All right, let me see if there's any comments that I need to reply. Okay, we are still good. All right. Anybody asking any questions? No, we're still good. Okay, hang on. Let me go back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign into my Synology account. Okay. And of course, make sure your password is correct, and then you'll be allowed into the system. Okay, I hope I got it right. Okay. Okay, I'm in. Okay. Okay, so loading is going to take a while because I'm streaming video at the same time. Right, so from here you can see that I've actually done the backup. All right, so I've utilized 164 GB. Okay, and of course you can manage and also your backup policy. Okay, hang on, let me see. Okay, so this is my backup policy. Right, so you can change it. All right, you can change it however way you want it. So you can do it based on system volume, entire device, or specific volumes if you have multiple volumes. Okay, and in terms of schedule, you can choose none, or you can choose daily backup or custom, and how often you want it to be, and which day you want to run it. Like for me, in my case, I do it once a week on Monday at 8 o'clock. It's an off peak. And basically, I will adjust my retention. I want to keep all the versions, or if you want, you can limit yourself to less because then it doesn't occupy too much space, right? And you can also choose the devices. You can also add devices to your account. So in any case, if you have multiple devices, and then you can then choose how and which policy you want for whatever device that you want. Okay, so this is very simple. So basically, this is my laptop. So I have already have a backup inside, and these are the schedules that I have done. All right, so I started working on it on 8 days ago. So I have a couple of backups I've been running, and on and off I have deleted some files, added some files, and also to make sure that the backup are successful. Okay, so that's what happens. Right, so what's going to happen is if you have a new device, all right, or you are coming in on the first time, you have a new device, it's going to ask you to download the Windows agent. Okay, so basically right now the agents for Windows 7 and Windows 10, all right, and it's running on 64-bit. Make sure you have the admin rights to the PC or the laptop that you are using with this and doing with this. Only then you can move further. Right? If you do not, then there's nothing I can do to help you. All right. So you're gonna make sure you have the rights to the laptop or the PC. Download the agent, run the agent, and make sure your antivirus or whatever protection that you have, firewall, allows for this agent to be run. Okay. And once it's done, you're gonna log into your Synology account, all right, through the agent, and you will sync back. All right. So that's what it does. And then once that's done, you will start backing up your device. It's as simple as that. All right. If you have any changes to your backup solution, then you just click and choose the time that you actually want, change the policy. All right. It's as simple as that. Now, let me see what is my agent. Okay. So my agent is here. Okay. Oh, yeah. You can't see it. Sorry. All right. So the agent is just going to appear as part of your taskbar. All right. And then you will have it there. Okay, so now in the case of if I have a situation where I am in need of retrieving the information, so what I'm going to do is there are a few things. All right, of course, you can individually choose your devices if you have quite a number in your account. All right, so you can choose to say, oh, I want to back up now. Okay, so it's going to run. It's going to sync up and contact the agent and make sure that the agent is running in your laptop. And once that's done, it will trigger the agent. Okay, you'll contact the agent and you'll do the preparation for backing up. Okay, then for that you let it run. Okay, so now in case if you want to change a particular backup policy for your device, you can also click on it and then you can do it. Okay, basically it's on the three dots. This is where you do everything. Okay, next, if you want to go into the Explorer to check if you want to download certain files or any folders, right, that you have from the computer, or you want to restore the entire device. Okay, so it's all over here. It's similar, very much similar to ABB for those if we have used it. Okay, and remember ABB only runs on Plus model and above. Okay, so don't expect to have ABB function on Value or J series. Okay, so if you want to enjoy all these bells and whistles to me, you got to get the Plus models. Then you can do a lot of stuff. And also, if you want to do a lot of devices, make sure you expand your memory and get more memories. Okay, so memory is very useful and helpful. Right. So what happens is you can explore and you can click in to go in and see. All right. What are all the files backup that you have? All right. So it's going to ask you for your key. Right. So this key is the decryption key. So like I mentioned earlier, this is your password and you have to enter it within a certain time frame. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter in my key. Okay. Right. So once I get the correct key, it will go into the Explorer and basically shows me what I have done. Okay, so basically this is like your file station or your Windows Explorer. Okay, so you will see everything. So you can see from my very first backup that I've done on 21st October, which is complete, right, to 25th and 27 again. 27, I did some minor changes. Okay, I deleted some files from certain folders on 27, and it's actually available on 25th version. And I removed it on 27, and I removed again some files on 27, so you can see the differences. Okay, about what are the files that I've lost, not lost, but I have removed. Right. So let me go into my hard drive. Okay, and look into my user. So what I've done is I've played around with some of my files in my videos. So I have actually done quite a number of video recordings. So I have about 80 videos. And what I've done is I have deleted a lot of those smaller videos so that I'm not keeping it. Okay. So on the 25th October version, you will see that I actually have all the files in here, even all the small tiny files, which are 2 megabytes, okay, 10 megabytes, okay, 20 megabytes, okay. But over on the 27th of October morning, okay, what I've done is I've actually removed them. Okay, so I've actually removed files that are smaller than those very tiny files. Okay, and they're gone. Okay, so that means that on 27 morning when I back up the computer, right, they are no longer there. All right, so what they've done, what Synology C2 Backup has done is they've compared and make sure that they know what's missing. Okay, and they'll synchronize it. So in case if I still need those small files, which are available on 25th, okay, which we can see here. All right, let me sort it by size. Okay, you'll see here there are a lot of 2 megabyte files. Okay, and in fact I've deleted anything below 18 megabytes. It's all gone. Right, so what I can do is I can highlight, I can select. Okay, and you can download it. All right, if you want to. Okay, in order to retrieve back the files. Okay, and you can highlight them and you can choose a few of them and you can do whatever you want to do with it. Okay, so basically this is a function and a way to retrieve files individually. All right, so if you have it in terms of folders, you can click the whole entire folders and then you can just click download. Okay, so it's going to pull down the whole entire files to your computer. All right, and you can see what and do whatever you want to do it. So over here you can see that it's being downloaded. Okay, I'm sorry because my face is blocking the file, but it's basically there. Right, so I've already downloaded the file and I can put it back to wherever I want it to be. Okay, so now in case I'm not going to download the whole entire video folder, it's going to be crazy. Okay, so basically what I've done, and I have done a very quick show, right, that you can basically explore, okay, based on folder level, file level, okay, and you can download the files any day. Okay, it's basically like an explorer. You can go in and filter and see whatever things you want. All right, but all this information is actually at the data center at Synology. Okay, not on your computer itself. Right. but I've actually removed some of the files from my computer. So if I need it back again, all I can do is I can just go back to the Synology C2 server and I can pull it back down again. Okay, so individually, as usual, some people may want to do it this way. Some people may accidentally delete some files. Okay, so this is one way that you can pull back up, and you can pull different versions. So in case if you're working on any Excel files or any Word files and you want to pull back, if you're saving it on a daily basis, so at least your productivity, what you lost, is on a daily basis. If you do it on a weekly basis, then you have to pull back the whole entire week. Okay, so that's what happens. All right, so it's the same thing as when I'm talking about ABB to resellers or installers. That's what happens. Okay, so these are the small little things that you can take a note and look out for. Okay, so now let me see if there's any comments. Okay, all right, so viewing is okay, everything is fine. All right, so basically this is what C2 Backup is basically all about. All right, so if you're adding new devices, like I mentioned earlier, make sure you download the agent. Okay, use your Synology account. I will highly recommend it, so it's easier to track. Okay, and at the same time, right now it's free for 90 days. Okay, 500 GB. It's definitely enough for any home user. All right, most computers maximum will be using about what, 200 GB or 250 GB. Okay, very rarely you're going to have 500 GB. All right, for the very first time you're going to do a backup, I highly recommend that you connect by wire to your home router. Okay, instead of using Wi-Fi. If you're using Wi-Fi, it's going to take, of course, slightly longer than normal. You're free to choose whichever server you want. If you want to try the North America Seattle server, it's fine, or you can choose the Frankfurt for EU. Okay, so these two servers are currently available for you, and you can play around with it. At the same time, once the Asia server is out, hopefully by end of the year, I'm not sure if you can shift it simply like this, but we'll check it out and then I'll give you another update again. All right, so very quickly, I have spent half an hour of your time to look through how to do it, and let me show it to you again. As usual, I'm also doing my backup right now, as I clicked it earlier. Right, as usual, do take note, don't lose your password, because you're going to need it to access it, and also at the same time, don't lose the recovery key. Okay, download it and keep it somewhere. All right, if you lose it, you're going to have to get a new one. Okay, and basically that's going to be a lot of hassle. Okay, so take note of that. Okay, other than that, I think basically this pretty much sums up everything and covers the things that you need. All right, it's very, very simple. If you have any questions on how to do it, or you meet any challenges, just post it on the Facebook group. If I see any questions, I will definitely jump in and try to answer them, because I'm currently using this on a daily basis to try out and also to feedback to Synology if I see any bugs or any issues. Okay, all right, so I think that's about it. There's going to be a posting tomorrow, basically to expand more on the C2. All right, and for November, we're going to have some activities planned out. Keep a lookout for it. It's going to be on the Facebook group again, as usual. Okay, everything's going to be there. Okay, November is going to be very exciting. Synology has quite a number of things planned up. All right, so look forward to it and stay active in the group. All right, thank you very much for spending your time with me. Thank you. Bye.